Singapore may be among the world's smallest countries, but what it lacks in size, it makes up for with an astonishing culinary variety. Without a doubt, Singapore is one of my most favorite destinations in Asia. Having come from Thailand, my default understanding of street food usually comes in a form of street vendors, stalls, hawkers, and it looks quite similar to the street art displayed here. Something that is built kind of temporarily with small chairs, small tables for a few seatings, and the seller usually just focus on the food that they make without having to focus on the service so much. But here in Singapore, the nature of street food has changed over the years. It's now nearly impossible to find street foods looking like this. It's almost impossible to find street food on a stall of hawkers because they have all been combined in a single place, and this place is called food centers in Singapore, and there are hundreds of them around the countries. I'm here now in the center of Singapore at a food court called Hong Lim, which is one of the best, arguably, and the most popular food centers in Singapore. Here you have hundreds and hundreds of choices. So when you're feeling kind of adventurous, you don't know quite yet what to eat, you can come and browse for your appetite here in food centers like this one. Food in Singapore is taken very seriously, from cheap hawker fare to Michelin star fine dining. Don't fret too much about finding a place to chow down, as each neighborhood is home to local hawker centers and coffee shops serving some of the island's best meals for just a couple of bucks. So simply follow your nose or join the longest queue, as they are almost guaranteed to be scrumptious. This curry mee is a type of laksa, one of the most celebrated dishes in Singapore and Malaysia. Like many Southeast Asian dishes, it has many regional variants. Some use fish or shrimp paste as a broad base. Some may squeeze in a bit of lime to give the dish a sour and spicy taste. This is one of the biggest bowl of noodles I've ever had. This whole thing, which is called curry bee hun or mee hun, costs 7.5 Singaporean dollars, and that's about 200 Thai bahts. And how much is it in dollars? Let me know in the comments. But thinking about the price compared to what you pay in big restaurants in shopping malls or restaurants on the street, this is much less. It's more friendly to your wallet, and usually other dishes in the food center cost around $3 to $5. This one is a bit bigger, so it costs a bit more. And when you look at what's inside, look at the content, you see the broth that is so rich, so thick, and you can smell the coconut because it's made of coconut milk combined with chili oil. So you can see the white creamy with orangey reddish oil on the top, and it smells absolutely coconutty. It smells so sweet. Let me just try the soup first. Oh my god. It's spicy. It doesn't look spicy, but it is so spicy. It doesn't sting the tongue so much as it does on the throat. It's inside the throat. You could taste the chili oil, but having the coconut, which is creamy and sweet at the same time, is helping quite a lot. I bought this plum juice just in case it gets too spicy, but I think I'm gonna take this in just fine. Let's have a look at what's inside of this bowl of noodles. It's spicy. I need to take a sip of this. It's like my throat is now coated with chili oil. Okay, let's have a look at what's inside. This is chicken meat, and it's cut into quite chunky sizes. So you have chicken meat everywhere, and they just boiled chicken meat. The thing about the soup being quite thick and oily, it sticks on the meat, so it doesn't look just like boiled chicken, tasteless boiled chicken. Let's have a try. Oh my god, it's so soft. Chicken meat is so tender. It's almost, it doesn't really require any chewing. You can just melt it in your mouth. And also you have this fried tofu, which has been soaked in the soup, and now the soup kind of goes inside every single cell of the tofu. Yes. We eat the tofu, but you can also slurp in the rich soup. There's also boiled potato, as you can see, again covered in coconuts and chili oil. Delicious. And this thing, I have no idea what it is. It looks white, flat. Looks like a piece of cake. Let's have a try. This is the best. Fish balls cut into slices, but you can taste the fish without the fishiness. It's chewy. It's really it's almost jelly-like. And now the most important ingredient of this curry noodles is the noodles itself. This is what the Singaporean call bee hun or mee hun, which is just rice noodles, quite thick, covered in coconut milk and chili oil again. So when you order, you have a choice to make, because there are 3 types of noodles you can choose from. This is the original bee hun, which is quite thick, about, I don't know, 2 or 3 millimeters in radius? No, diagonal. Anyway, okay, let me try this again. I'm just so bad Well, I'm actually good at math, but I'm not good at math in English because I learned math at school and it was in Thai. So anyway, forgive me. Let's try again. Bee hun. The original size is quite thick. It's about 2 or 3 millimeters wide. The other one is the thin one, and some people like it with egg noodles, but that's not the original. Bee hun is rice noodles, not the egg noodles. So let me try this. Is the look of it kind of reminds me of the Japanese udon, but the texture is more like the Eastern Asian type of rice noodles. It's not as sticky or as chewy as udon. It's just really easy to chew, and if you take in the spices from the soup, from the meat, from the tofu, and from the fish ball, and it's still not enough for your palate, the shopkeeper have this small portion of the chili oil for you to add the spiciness into your bowl, but I think I'm doing just fine with this. And I think I absolutely made the right choice among hundreds of restaurants here in the food center. I look it up and this is one of the most famous, most known, and one of the oldest one. It has been in Singapore for a long time. It has been in some other locations before relocating itself to this food center. And too bad I only have a couple of days. If I do have more, I'm definitely coming back to this one. And I recommend you do. It has Michelin Guide store number B2-59. And that's your Heng Curry Chicken Bee Hun Mee. I love this. So good. Not only have I found my new favorite foodie spot in Singapore, I have also discovered a uniquely classic Singaporean breakfast place. And until we meet again in my next video, don't forget to give a like to this video, subscribe to my channel Cartoon, and hit the bell to get notified when new videos are posted. See you next time! มาการีนมันเยอะจริงๆอ่ะ